To finish. I remember where I was at. Even though people who have fame, fortune, widespread respect to continue set goals for themselves. While they may adjust their goals, the action plans have to go along so people know their goals and move towards additional success. How to set short-term goals. Read chapter 2. Practice speaking to the clients in a pleasing voice. Do with family tonight. Create my own mission statement. Learn on Read Trade Beauty magazines. Make a 5-word trend list. Prepare class chapter 2 exam. Review and read. Ask instructor questions. Have study with 2 friends. And you can write your goals, it says. Activity. It is estimated that as 4 hours a person spends checking email and looking at website and watching videos, the average teenager nearly sends 80 text messages a day. To find out if you're managing your time well, try this exercise. Write down time in the morning when you first go online, check email, or send a text. Do what you normally do online, then note the time and finish these activities throughout the day. Try to estimate and do your list as much additional time you spend these activities and add the time. Almost done with my book. Are you surprised? Time management experts recommend that you work the first 45 minutes of your hour day avoiding email, web browsing, texting during the time. Instead, use this time to plan your day. Review reading materials for school and do other work. The first hour of the day is often best time to accomplish something. Create it because it's quiet, often interruption free. Starting your day and being productive helps you determine a good time management skills for life. Okay, time management. One of the things that time management experts agree on is that each of us has an inner organizer. We pay attention to our natural rhythms, and we can learn to grow to manage our time efficiently, allow us to reach our goals faster and less frustration. Here are some of the most effective ways to time management. Learn to prioritize by ordering tasks or to do from your to-do list, most important to least important. When designing your own time management system, make sure it'll work for you. Example, a person needs fair amount of flexibility, schedule some blocks and structured times. Never take more than you can handle. Learn to say no firmly but kindly mean it. You will find it easier to complete your tasks and limit your activities. Do not spread yourself too thin. Learn problem-solving techniques that will save your time and needless frustration. Give yourself some downtime whenever you are frustrated, overwhelmed, or worried, feeling guilty. You will lose valuable time and energy when you're in a negative state of mind. Unfortunately, there may be situations when you're in a classroom which you cannot get up and walk away. Difficult times. Try practicing the technique of deep breathing. Just fill your lungs as much as you can exhale slowly, about 5 to 10 breaths, and you will find that you have calmed down your inner balance and have been restored. Carry a notepad and an organizer to your electronic notepad with all times. You will know a good idea will strike you down when you need to add your task to schedule. Write these things down before they slip your mind. Make daily, weekly, monthly schedules, show exam times, study lessons, and other regular commitments. Plan your leisure around time and commitments rather than other way around. Identify times of the day when you're typically energetic, times when you typically want or need to relax. Plan your schedule accordingly. Reward yourself with a special treat or activity for work well done on time management. Time manage efficiently. Do not neglect physical activity. Remember that exercise and recreation stimulate clear thinking and efficient planning. Schedule at least one block of free time a day that will be your hedge against events and coming unexpectedly, such as car trouble, babysitting problems, help with a friend in need, or other unforeseen circumstance. To do today: laundry, workout, call somebody, ask teacher about chemistry project, do homework, 3 to 5:30, movie tonight with Okay, real life time management. In the salon, the most important aspect of your time management is staying on schedule with your bookings. So you can greet each client with scheduled appointment time. This means completing service during the time allotted. Some salons book haircuts in 1 hour, others book them in intervals of 45 minutes. Accomplished stylists do a cut in half an hour, but they usually schedule clients for longer so they can upsell more services if the opportunity presents itself. Make sure you arrive on time, start your first client soon as he or she arrives, and stay on schedule. Take a long way toward success as stylist. Front desk salon manager can tremendous help. Help if you find your stylist falling behind, if you have the opportunity to add a color in a service, need help fitting it into your day with experience, and you will learn to accommodate late clients and add-on clients like a pro. Study skills. If you find studying overwhelming, focus on small tasks at a time. For example, trying to study 3 hours, stretch, suffering personal defeat when you fold 45 minutes, set the lower bar by studying smaller chunks of time. If your mind tends to wander in class, write down the key words and phrases your instructor discusses. Anytime you lose focus, do not hesitate to ask questions based on your notes. Another way to get a better handle on studying with students are helpful, supportive. The more you discuss the new materials with others, the more comfortable you are and you will become with material. In the end, everyone will be more successful if possible study together. Establishing good study habits. Part of developing consistently good study habits is knowing where and when how to study. Where? Establish a comfortable, quiet spot where you can study without interruptions. Having everything you need, books, pens, papers, proper lighting, and so on before you begin studying. Remain as alert as possible. Sitting upright, reclining will make you sleepy. When starting out, estimating how much time studying you need. Study when you're most energetic and motivated. Practice effective time management by studying during blocks of times that would otherwise be wasted, such as while you're waiting on the doctor's office, taking a bus across town, and so forth. I can't study like that. That actually ruins my day when I do stuff like that. How? Studying just one section of a chapter at a time instead of reading the entire chapter. Make a note of keywords, phrases to go along with. Test yourself on each section to be sure you understand and remember the key points of each chapter. Remember, every effort you make to follow through your education investment of the future. The progress to make your learning will increase confidence and self-esteem on the board. Fact, you've mastered a range degree of information, techniques, your self-esteem will soar along with your grades. The goal. Determine your goal setting plan is effective by asking yourself these questions. Are there specific skills I will need to learn in order to meet my goals? Is the information I need to reach my goals readily available? Am I willing to seek out a mentor or coach to enhance my learning? What is the best method approach to allow me to accomplish my goals? Am I open finding better ways of putting them into practice? A few more pages. Ethics. Ethics are the moral principles by which we live and work. In the salon setting, ethical standards you should give guide to your conduct with clients and fellow employees. When your actions are respectful and courteous and helpful, you're behaving in an ethical manner. The 5 professions behavior will show you're an ethical person. You can practice ethics in the salon every day by providing skills and competent services, being honest, courteous, and sincere. Avoid sharing client private matters with others, even your closest friends. Participating in continuing education and staying on track with the new information, technique, and skills. Giving clients accurate information about treatment and products. Professional ethics. Ethical people embody the following qualities. Self-care. Many services providers suffer from stress and visually burn out, focus too much energy and time on other people and too little on themselves. If you truly are helpful to others, you're essential to take care of yourself. Try self-care awareness test. Integrity. Maintain your integrity by matching your behavior, your action and values. For example, if you believe it's ethical to increase your sales by recommending products the client don't really need, then do not engage in behavior. On the other hand, you will need a client that will benefit from certain products and additional services. It would be unethical not to give a client that information. Discretion. Do not share personal issues. Clients. Likewise, never breach confidentiality by repeating personal information to clients. Communication. Responsible, behave ethically, extend your communications, customers and coworkers. In other words, be honest. Self-care test. Do you wait until you're exhausted before you stop working? Do you forget to eat nutritious food, substitute junk food on the fly? Do you say you will exercise and putting off starting a program? Do you have poor sleep habits? Are you constantly nagging yourself about being good enough? Are your relationships filled with people with conflict? When you think about the future, you're unclear about the directions you will take. Do you spend most of your spare time watching TV? Have you been told you're too stressed, yet you ignore these concerns? Do you waste time getting angry with yourself? Score 5 points for each yes. If the score was from 0 to 15, you take pretty good care of yourself. Score 0 to 15 says that you take very good care of yourself. You be wise to examine. Huh?
It's lunchtime if you want to.
Okay. A score of 15 to 30 indicates you need to rethink your priorities. And 30 to 50, a strong statement that you're neglecting yourself. Personal development and attitude. Some occupations require less interaction with people than others. For example, computer programs do not interact with all different sorts of people every day. Cosmetologists, however, deal with people from all walks of life every day. It's useful, therefore, to have some sort of sense, different personality traits and attitudes that can affect your success. Refer regularly to the following characteristics of healthy, positive attitude to ensure they match your self-description. Diplomacy. Being assertive is a good thing because it helps people understand your position. However, it is a short step from assertive to aggressive, or even bullying. Take your attitude temperature, see how well you practice the art of diplomacy. Diplomacy is also known as tact. It is the ability to deliver truthful, even sometimes critical or difficult messages in a kind way. Pleasing tone of voice. The tone of your voice is an unborn personality trait, but if your natural voice is harsh and tend to mumble, you consciously improve by speaking more softly or more clearly. Also, if you have a positive attitude, this will shine through a pleasant delivery, and if your tone of voice is not ideal. Emotionally stability. Our emotions are important. They do not require some control. But people express themselves excessively or inappropriately. When they are happy, they get almost frantic. When they are angry, they fly into rage. Learning how to handle a confrontation and how to share your feelings without going overboard are important indicators of maturity, important demonstrations of emotional stability. Sensitivity. Sensitivity is a combination of understanding, empathy, and acceptance. Being sensitive means compassionate and responsive to others. Values and goals. Okay. Values and goals. Never value nor goal are inborn characteristics. We acquire them, we move through life. Values and goals guide our behavior and give us direction. And receptivity. To receptive is to be honest in other people. To be responsive about other people's opinions, feelings, and ideas. Receptivity involves taking the time to really listen instead of pretending to do so. Effective communication. Effective communication usually have warm, caring personalities. They usually have easy time talking about themselves and listening to what others have to say when they want to say something. They can ask for it clearly and directly and pay attention when someone else is speaking to them. Focus on the whole person. An individual personality is the sum of her total inborn characteristics, attitude, and behavioral traits. While you may not be able to alter most of your inborn characteristics, you certainly can work on your attitude. Attitude improvement is the process that continues throughout life in both your business and personal life. Pleasing attitude gains associates, clients, friends, and you will have a pleasing attitude when you're able to see good, difficult situations. People enjoy the company of individuals who have a positive spin on things. Can't read the questions yet, but I'll go through them later. Chapter glossary. Ethics, the moral principles we live and work by. Game planning, the conscious act of planning your life instead of just letting things happen. Goal setting, the identification of long and short-term goals that help you decide what you want out of life. Mission statement, a statement that establishes values an individual institution lives by as well as future goals. Perfectionism, an unhealthy compulsion to do things perfectly. Prioritize. Make a list of tasks that need to be done in order from most least important. Procrastination. Putting off tomorrow what you can do today. Dirty laundry video.